Morning, everybody. Hope everybody is having a good morning today. So before we get started, it is around 9:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:21 a.m. Eastern or Pacific Standard Time. But I want to start off with a quick prayer and then we can get the live session going. So Heavenly Father, I thank you for another day, for another opportunity to grow in wisdom and discipline. Lord, guide my mind, my patience, and my emotions today. Help me to trade with clarity, integrity, and self-control, not out of greed or fear, but with purpose and peace. Let this live stream be a blessing, not just for me, but everyone watching, that we all may learn and walk in your wisdom. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so it looks like the stream is up and running. That's always a great thing. Let's see. All right, so let's get started. So I want to definitely see where we're currently at with price. Let me make sure everything is good. Ninja Trader. All right, perfect. So what I want to do is I'm going to mark out the volume high and volume low areas, especially from yesterday's session, and then also we have untested areas as well. And this green line right here at the 6691 area is representing the high of the volume area, and then also the blue line is the point of control, and then the red is the volume low area as well. So we have previous days session, let's see. We have previous sessions yesterday. We haven't had the volume low tested from previous day's session, so I definitely want to mark that out, and then also the volume high of yesterday too. And we're just going to see if price is trading within the yesterday's volume range, which it is. So I'm looking to start making rules about, when I'm looking for my trade setup. And one of the rules is I don't want to look inside when it's already trading within previous day's volume area. I want to see it expand out for a continuation move possibly, or if it's going to stay within the range, then we're going to look at some fade opportunities going back into point of control. So it's about 9:24, so we have the volume area low marked out, and then we're going to do the high as well. And we're just going to mark out the edges. Okay, so we have the previous day volume high, volume low marked out. And then we also have untested, which is essentially yesterday's volume area. And then I'm going to mark out as well volume area, today's current session's volume area. I'm going to make this a different color. We'll just put red and then also green. And this is bound to change as well. All right, so we got about 5 minutes until open. And then let's see where there's any other areas where price volume was not retested. Okay, we have the day before, which was Friday, or actually, yeah, last week Friday, we have this volume high, point of control, and also volume low that have not been tested yet. So we'll keep that on the chart. And then last, I want to mark out the previous session, the high volume nodes and also low volume nodes. Okay, usually low volume nodes. I'm going to mark it out here. Price likes to trade through these and break through with pretty significant force. So one thing I don't want to make is my screen very messy, but I think for me this is definitely something that will for sure help, and letting me know, exactly where we're at. We have point of control, and we also have the high volume node here too. So we'll keep note of that. We're already trading in a pretty high, significant high area. You can see point of control and then also point of control. So we're still within yesterday's volume range. So right now since it's inside, we're just remaining neutral at this point. Buyers and sellers have agreed on pricing. So there's balance in the market at this moment. There's no type of imbalance. And what I like to look for, especially with volume profile, is imbalance. And imbalance is usually it would trade outside of this range. Let's say if it's trading above this volume area high, then I would want to possibly see a continuation move bullish. If it was trading below the volume area low, then I would want to see possible continuation to the downside. But since we're in a balanced range, there's nothing really for me to take a look at. I don't want to trade off of the point of control because it's nothing but consolidation, and that's how you get chopped out. So we're just going to wait until we're going to give it about 10-15 minutes after the opening price. So we'll probably look at 9:40, 9:45 to start looking for an opportunity, depending on where we're at. There's no major news today, so we'll see how the market wants to move. But if price continues inside yesterday's volume range, then we'll look at some type of fades off of volume high, volume low. And they should expand as well, so we'll take a look at that as price continues to deliver. And if this point of control, if it just stays flat, then we'll definitely look at some type of fade action. But if anything, if it's going to expand out of this previous day's inside volume range, I definitely want to see strong volume at the bottom start to surge, and I want to see the point of control start to migrate either up or down. So it did shift a little bit, so I definitely want to see, if we're going to go up, I want to see this start migrating up and breaking out of this previous day's inside area. And today I'm only looking for 2 trades. The rules are if I win 1 trade, I'm done for the day. And if I win 1 trade, then I'm done. If I lose the first one, then I'll take 1 more, but I'm only trading up to 2 times. And that's it. So we're definitely trading into a high volume area currently. So I'm going to put that, extend that over. It's 9:31. So we basically came in, consolidated, price rejects this volume area high, comes down, we retrace back into this high volume area. And now with the 9:30, 9:31 candle, we're looking to possibly expand to the downside. So we're still very much within the inside range, not really doing anything. So great thing about it is I don't have to rush into any trades. I can just figure out where price wants to do, where it wants to go, and then we can execute based on that. Also, too, today's session we are in I would consider a tight range, volume range. So, I mean, we have a good chance of, expanding to either side and breaking out, getting out of previous days inside range and expanding either way. We'll find out more after about 10-15 minutes, maybe longer. See where we're at with price. And then also we have point of control up here, previous day, next to volume high, more so than it is to the volume low area. So that also tells me that we potentially could be going bullish. It has to break through these high volume areas and come out. So it's going to have some resistance, but if we can get a strong volume surge that pushes price out bullish, then we may have a chance to get a bullish continuation move just based on how previous day traded bullish. I'm going to delete that because I know that I don't want too many things on the chart. So 9:30 we see a huge volume surge as expected, bullish. And then we have this blue box represents previous day's volume high. So if we're going to do anything, then if we're going to expand to the upside, I want to see this point of control start migrating up. but I want to see some volume behind any move that we do take. So we do have price on the 1 minute somewhat rejecting the point of control for today's session. So let's see if we can, this could be a part of a retracement back into this bullish leg that was formed at 9:30. It's currently 9:38. Yeah, you could see a lot of this point of control, a lot of volume. This is between 67.73 down to 67.62, and you can just see price got held up and bounced from that level. So there's a chance where, we can essentially continue bullish, but we'll see. I'm going to mark out the overnight low and overnight high too, just in case. So when I first marked out this red box, it was from the volume area low, this red line at 67.67, and this is prior to 9:30, so you can see that it's migrating up. And then this green box also represented the volume area high. So in the 50%, this is the dotted lines are the 50% area for that box, and you can see that things are migrating up. And we're getting a lot of rejection from this area too. Let me see if this it's like a mini 3 consecutive candles coming back, retesting. You never know, price may want to take out this low, these lows, and come back and retest this support area before expanding up. Or it could be already hitting resistance and possibly wanting to expand to the downside. But from what I'm seeing based on yesterday's volume, it would take a lot for me to want to go bearish we would have to break this low and expand with some volume. But point of control from yesterday is still remaining bullish, so it would have to be a pretty significant reversal at this point. Yeah, so we're expanding to the downside. I think more so we're taking out possible liquidity, if anything. We do have a lot of liquidity, a lot of sell stops under here. So we'll see. But I think we're going to possibly get a bounce off of this volume high or volume low, this red line, going into support with a possible expansion to the upside. But if anything, I want to see the price break this point of control and then point of control continue to migrate as we go up. And I'll look for a buy opportunity inside of that. If that's what we're going to do. I'm assuming that's what we're going to do. Because, like I said, it's going to take a lot to get under all of this. I'd have to break 67, 63 with some volume for me to consider it. So we're approaching 9:45 pretty soon. On the 5-minute candle, we're getting a pretty strong rejection on Ninja Trader. Let's see how volume reacts going into the support area. Could be a potential fade opportunity going back into point of control and expanding to the upside. But let's see how volume reacts. So we are experiencing some rejection off of this area based on what I'm seeing on the 5-minute candles. It's definitely rejecting. But I don't want to get in too early and then for price just to come back down and still retest and take everything out. But we had some strong bullish volume coming out of here. I'm going to wait until at least 9:50. I want to see how this 5-minute candle plays out. The 9:45 candle. I think we're still involved with the potential fake out move. So even with this significant bearish 1-minute candle, volume is starting to die down a little bit. So I'm curious to see how this next candle is going to react. We still have a pretty strong 5-minute candle though. That's going bearish. So with this, I'm just going to wait. And I'll look to get, if we continue to the downside and we have a strong push, then I'll wait for a retest back into this area, support turn resistance, and I'll look for a possible trade to the downside all the way to this untested volume area low from yesterday's session. So that's a possibility too. But we may just take out this overnight low, take liquidity from it, and then reverse. And you can see there's a huge volume surge too. It's almost 9:50. We got about 15 seconds. So it made a equal low. So it would be very tempting to get in, but it might just come back down and retest this and take out these equal lows that was formed from overnight low to right now. So let's see what happens. Because if price can expand, especially past these two consecutive bearish candles, and we can have a strong surge up, then that would, for me, I would consider this a 1-minute, order block where I can get a bounce off of possible point of control for an expansion to the upside. Or price can just come back down. Either way. I'm just going to see how many contracts potentially come at this low. And you can see that, coming into the support area, volume started dying down, and we had more buying pressure coming in. So that could be a telltale sign that buying pressure is accumulating at the support area, and we might expand to the upside. So I want to see an expansion, come back, retest for a buy opportunity. So
Order
I'm going to get
filled.
in. I'm going to put my stop at 67, 64. We'll just see what happens.
Order submitted.
So 67, 70, 50. See where we're at. Yeah, probably could have waited. Looks like should have waited.
Order filled.
Sometimes I get a little impatient. So took a loss on that first one, but we have a second opportunity. So maybe price wants to come back down, trade through the support area, turn it into resistance, and continue, to the downside. But we'll see. I lost around 143.75. So for me, that's it's still, I consider that good risk management. It's earned a 150 for this type of account. So losses happen. I gotta be a little bit more patient though. That's the thing too. I took a trade at point of control, which I don't want to do because that's how you get chopped out. And that's exactly what happened. Okay, so price took out this overnight low. Let's see if we continue down. If anything, if we do expand to the downside, then I want to see a retest. If we start rejecting, then I'm going to wait until we get above these consecutive bearish candles. But this could be also an order block too, possibly. for a bearish move. Let's see how price reacts. Volume usually surges after it takes out a significant higher low. In this case, it was bearish, so I think, price is definitely taking out some sell stops. So on the 5-minute, price is definitely rejecting. Let's see how it holds up in this area. I think we may end up continuing to go down. And we also have price migrating to our volume. I'm
Order
going to get in
filled.
what they sell. I'm going to have my stop at 67.67.
Order submitted.
And then I'm going to have probably come in and get this 67.50 area.
Order submitted.
That would be a 1 to 2.61 risk to reward. So where did I get in? 2.5. And I think we're gonna come down to this previous day's volume area low that we have not tested yet. Just how we've been breaking under, we've been trading under point of control. I'm seeing point of control and everything migrating down. So I'm thinking this is a bearish break, retest, and then we continue down. I don't want to look for any more buy opportunities if we're, if we're not doing anything. Either way, this is going to be my last trade for today. And then we also have a low volume area as well. In this area. So we could expand pretty easily down. Price is rejecting the overnight low. I could be wrong. I mean, it could just be a liquidity grab and it continued, to reverse. So let's see if we can get a push to the downside at this point. We need some strong bearish volume to come into the market. Just slightly at break even. So let's see how this next candle reacts. I want to see a surge just come through and push this all the way down. Currently at 67, 63 area. So we might have a reversal at this point. Yeah. Not looking good. Yeah, I'm probably going to get stopped out. Yeah, this is not looking too good. Yeah,
Order filled.
got stopped out.
Order canceled.
Yeah, I should have just remained bullish on this one. Yeah, I'm not too sure what. It's kind of tough. I know my bias. Yeah, it's kind of tough to figure out, what Price wants to do at this point. So I'm just looking at and seeing what Price wants to do. I'm gonna probably end this stream in the next couple minutes. I'm gonna take one more. Take a buy here. Waiting to see what Price wants to do. If it's gonna continue up, then I'll get in at 67, 68. But that would be my last trade on today. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. Not really convincing me too much. If we can get a strong volume surge of buys, then okay, we are rejecting. So let's see if we can get some strong bullish. Based on that, I'm going to get
Order
in.
filled.
And I'm going to have my stop at 67.63.
Order submitted.
And then I'm going to have my take profit 67.81.
Order submitted.
Let's see if we can get a continue. So for me, this looks like a classic head and shoulders. Takes out the lows, consolidates. Buying volume has increased more so than selling pressure has, so I want to see some type of expansion to the upside. If anything, this trade will get me into possible break even, if anything, for the day. Or we just might consolidate more and take out my stop again. So it all depends, but we are trading at the point of control. We are rejecting. So now I want to see this expand up, and I want to see this migrate up to the point of control. See if we can get a strong expansion move to the upside. I want to see buying pressure continually increase more so than selling pressure. at this point. So that was a lot of buying pressure from that 1 minute candle. Okay, so we're still having some strong buying pressure coming in. So I want to see volume continuously increase, especially past this 67, 78, 67, 75 area, and this is where the higher volume area is currently located. So I want to see price just expand beyond that. It's almost 10:20 Eastern Standard Time, so I want to see this move play out before 11 because that's my hard stop. And I think all this trade is going to do is just get me back to break even for the day, which is, you know, it's a good thing. Worst case. Okay, so we have some pretty good buying pressure coming in. So now I want to see it continue where we can see an expansion up. And I want to see this point of control continue to migrate up as well. I'm going to move my stop to break even at this point. There's no reason for me to take a loss if price decides to come back. So we're getting some pretty good buying pressure coming in, volume. So see if we can get an expansion. I think we can take out this high too. This overnight high. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off. Well, let's see. So I might just go for risk to reward. 3. I'm going to go for 67.82, which is about a 1 to 3.11 risk to reward. Yeah, we're inside of this higher volume area for today's session. Let's see if we can get a bounce off and continue up with solid buying pressure. I want to see it continue to come up, possibly retest, and then expand higher. And we probably will take out this overnight high, but there's a lot of volume in this area that I marked out between 67.84 to 67.81. So let's see if we get a bounce off of this higher volume area. I definitely don't want to see rejections. Well, I want to see a rejection here, but not a bullish type of rejection. Let's see if we can get this retracement and then we come back going to the upside. We're currently at 67.75. I want to see a strong bullish push off of this. If we can expand and take out this high, then I'm going to move my stop right up to 67.72. But it has to break this high at 67.78. I don't want to see, a retracement coming all the way back down. I want to see it reject here, continue up. I don't like that.
Order
Probably,
filled.
yep.
Order
I didn't like
canceled.
that at all. Probably just retracement back into here. But yeah, today was not my day. Down $311 on the account. Officially in a little bit of drawdown. The account sits at $24,793.11. So, all in all, there's a lot of mistakes made today. Just being impatient, not following really my rules and what I established in the beginning with, price potentially being from yesterday's session, potentially being in, a bullish bias. Didn't wait for any trade, to set up, got in too early, and just wasn't a good day. So just have to live and learn, come back a little bit stronger for tomorrow's session, and all I can do is do better. So I'm going to end the stream there. It's almost 10:30. So thank you guys for watching. I will be back tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can't wait to see you guys. Until then, take care and God bless.